In part 1 of this video series, we explored 25 Walmart interview questions and answers. Don't forget to customize these answers to highlight your unique qualifications and experiences. Here's a bonus tip. Research the company and review the job description so you can incorporate key skills relevant to the job role in your answers. You can find the link to part 2 of this series in the description section below. Question number 1. Can you please tell me about yourself? When answering this question, focus on presenting a professional overview that highlights who you are, what you bring, and why you want to work at Walmart. The interviewer is trying to learn how your background, skills, and personality align with the company's values and the role. A clear approach is to briefly introduce yourself, highlight key skills and experiences, and end with enthusiasm for the position. Keep the answer focused on strengths like customer service, teamwork, dependability, and adaptability, while leaving out unrelated personal details. I would describe myself as someone who is dependable, hardworking, and motivated by helping others succeed. Throughout school and part-time jobs, I learned how to manage my time effectively, stay organized, and communicate clearly with both customers and coworkers. In my previous retail position, I regularly assisted customers in finding the right products, explained details in ways that were easy to understand, and made sure they left feeling satisfied. I also learned how to stay calm and focused during busy rushes, prioritize tasks under pressure, and support teammates when things got hectic. I truly enjoy environments where teamwork and communication are key, and I'm always looking for ways to grow and contribute more. What excites me most about Walmart is the chance to build a long-term career with a company known for its strong values, customer-first culture, and focus on growth. I'm eager to bring my positive energy, reliability, strong work ethic, and willingness to learn to your team and make a meaningful difference every day. Question number 2. Why do you want to work at Walmart? When answering this question, focus on showing that you understand Walmart's values and culture while connecting them to your personal goals and motivations. Interviewers want to see that you're genuinely interested in the company, not just looking for any job. Highlight specific reasons like career growth, commitment to customer service, teamwork, or Walmart's reputation as a leader in retail. End your answer by showing excitement about how you can contribute and grow with the company. I want to work at Walmart because I admire how the company focuses on serving customers, supporting communities, and providing opportunities for growth to its employees. I've always appreciated how Walmart emphasizes teamwork, respect, and delivering excellent service, values that align with how I approach work. I enjoy helping people and creating positive experiences, and Walmart's customer-first culture is something I'm excited to be part of. I'm also drawn to the fact that Walmart offers so many opportunities to learn new skills, take on responsibilities, and grow a long-term career within the company. I believe my communication skills, strong work ethic, and ability to stay calm under pressure would allow me to contribute to the team right away. Joining a company that serves millions of people every day and plays such an important role in local communities motivates me. I'm excited about the chance to be part of that mission and grow with Walmart as I continue to develop my skills and career. Question number 3. What does great customer service mean to you? When answering this question, focus on demonstrating that you understand Walmart's customer-first approach. Interviewers want to see that you value patience, communication, and going above and beyond to meet customer needs. Use specific examples or ideas that show you understand how to create positive experiences and solve problems quickly. End by connecting your approach to Walmart's goal of providing excellent service. Great customer service means more than just solving a problem. It's about creating a positive experience from start to finish. To me, it's about being attentive, listening carefully to what the customer needs, and treating every person with respect and patience. It's about going the extra mile to make sure they feel valued and leave satisfied, even if that means taking extra time to explain a product or finding a creative solution to their problem. I believe communication plays a big role. Keeping customers informed, using a friendly tone, and showing genuine care can turn even a small interaction into something memorable. In my previous retail experience, I learned how small gestures, like greeting customers with a smile or checking back to make sure they found everything they needed, can make a big difference. At Walmart, I would focus on creating that same welcoming and helpful experience for every shopper because I know great service is what keeps people coming back and builds trust in the brand. Question number 4. Describe a time you handled a difficult customer. For this question, interviewers want to see how you stay calm, professional, and solution-focused under pressure. Use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to structure your story. Focus on listening, showing empathy, and resolving the situation while protecting the company's reputation. End by highlighting what you learned from the experience and how it improved your customer service skills. In a previous retail job, I encountered a customer who was upset because a product they purchased was defective. They were frustrated and raised their voice, which could have escalated the situation. I remained calm, listened carefully to their concerns without interrupting, and apologized sincerely for the inconvenience. I assured them that I understood their frustration and that I was there to help find a solution. I checked the store's policy and offered them an exchange or a refund, explaining each option clearly so they could decide what worked best for them. Once they chose a replacement, I personally helped them find a new product and made sure it worked before they left. By staying patient and focused on solving the problem, the situation ended positively and the customer thanked me before leaving. That experience taught me that patience, empathy, and clear communication are key when handling difficult situations, skills I would bring to every customer interaction at Walmart. Question number 5. Describe a time you went above and beyond for a customer or team. For this question, interviewers want to see your dedication and willingness to do more than what's expected. Use the STAR method to tell a clear story that shows initiative and commitment. Focus on the impact your actions had on the customer or team, and highlight qualities like teamwork, problem solving, and strong customer service. End by connecting this mindset to how you would work at Walmart. At my previous job, there was a customer looking for an item that was out of stock on the sales floor. They were disappointed because they needed it for an event the next day. Instead of simply apologizing, I offered to check the stockroom and discovered we had one left in the back. I brought it out for them and even helped them compare it to similar products to make sure it was the right choice. They were so relieved and thanked me for taking the extra time to help. Another time, during a busy weekend, our team was short-staffed and I volunteered to stay late to help restock shelves and assist customers so the store could stay organized. Both experiences reminded me how small efforts can have a big impact on customers and coworkers. I believe that going above and beyond builds trust and shows people they're valued, something I would continue doing as part of the Walmart team. Question number 6. Tell me about a time you worked as part of a team to solve a problem. When answering this question, interviewers want to see that you value teamwork and collaboration, two essential parts of Walmart's culture. Use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to share a real example. Highlight how you communicated, supported your teammates, and contributed to the solution. End by emphasizing how teamwork leads to better outcomes and how you'll bring that same attitude to Walmart. In my previous retail job, our team once faced an unexpected shipment delay right before a major sale event. This meant key products weren't on the shelves and customers were beginning to ask about them. Instead of working separately, our team gathered quickly to come up with a plan. We divided tasks. Some of us contacted the supplier for updates, while others reorganized the store layout to highlight available products and offer suitable alternatives. I took the lead in updating signage and personally spoke with customers to explain the situation and suggest similar options. Through strong communication, flexibility, and teamwork, we turned a stressful situation into a positive experience. Sales remained strong, and customers appreciated our transparency and effort. That experience showed me how powerful collaboration can be when solving challenges. At Walmart, I would bring the same team-oriented approach, strong communication skills, and willingness to help wherever needed to ensure smooth operations and satisfied customers every day. Question number 7. How do you prioritize tasks during a busy shift? Interviewers ask this question to see how you handle multiple responsibilities, a common part of working at Walmart. Focus on your ability to stay organized, manage time effectively, and adjust priorities as situations change. Mention tools or methods you use, like lists or communication, and show you understand the importance of balancing speed with accuracy. End by connecting your approach to Walmart's fast paced environment. During a busy shift, I focus on staying organized and breaking tasks into manageable steps so nothing important is overlooked. I start by identifying the most time-sensitive or customer-facing tasks first, such as helping shoppers or restocking high-demand items. Then I plan out secondary responsibilities, like organizing back stock or cleaning, and fit them into slower moments. Communication is also key. If priorities shift, I check in with my supervisor or team so we stay aligned. For example, during a holiday rush at my last job, I created a quick checklist to track tasks and checked in with coworkers every hour to adjust plans. As a result, we stayed ahead of schedule and kept lines moving smoothly. This experience taught me how planning, communication, and flexibility make a big difference. At Walmart, I would use those same skills to stay productive, support my team, and make sure customers always receive fast and efficient service even during the busiest times. Question number 8. How do you handle stress or pressure in a fast-paced environment? This question helps interviewers understand how you'll perform under Walmart's busy and sometimes high-pressure conditions. Focus on staying calm, organized, and focused on solutions rather than the problem. Mention strategies you use, such as deep breathing, time management, or breaking tasks down. Share an example to show your ability to stay composed and effective even during challenging situations. I've learned that handling stress well starts with staying calm, thinking clearly, and focusing on what I can control. I prioritize tasks, take a moment to breathe, and approach problems step by step rather than letting them overwhelm me. For example, during a major holiday rush at my previous job, the store was extremely busy, lines were long, and customers were anxious. Instead of panicking, I focused on keeping my interactions positive and efficient. I communicated clearly with customers, worked quickly without sacrificing accuracy, and stayed flexible as priorities changed. I also supported my teammates by stepping in where needed, which helped us stay on track. By the end of the day, not only did we meet our goals, but customers complimented our calm and helpful attitude. That experience showed me that pressure can bring out my best work. At Walmart, I would use that same calm, focused approach to ensure customers receive excellent service no matter how busy things get. Question number 9. Tell me about a time you made a mistake and what you did next. With this question, interviewers want to see if you're accountable, honest, and able to learn from challenges, all qualities Walmart values. Choose an example where you took responsibility, fixed the mistake, and grew from it. Avoid blaming others or sharing something too serious. End by showing how the experience improved your work and how you'd apply that lesson at Walmart. In a previous retail role, I once entered a product code incorrectly while processing a transaction, which led to an inventory discrepancy. As soon as I noticed the mistake, I immediately reported it to my supervisor and reviewed the transaction to understand exactly what went wrong. I corrected the entry, helped adjust the inventory records, and apologized to the customer, who appreciated the honesty and quick resolution. Afterward, I created a habit of double-checking each transaction before finalizing it, which helped prevent similar errors in the future. That experience taught me the importance of attention to detail, accountability, and proactive communication. Mistakes happen, but how you respond to them matters most. Now I see mistakes as opportunities to improve and strengthen my skills. At Walmart, I would bring that same mindset, taking responsibility when something goes wrong, fixing it promptly, and using the lesson to deliver more accurate, reliable service moving forward. Question number 10. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Interviewers ask this question to assess your self-awareness and growth mindset. Choose strengths that align with Walmart's needs, like teamwork, communication, or reliability. When discussing a weakness, pick something real but not job critical and explain the steps you're taking to improve it. The goal is to show that you reflect on your abilities and actively work on getting better. My biggest strengths are communication, teamwork, and staying calm under pressure. I enjoy working with people and have learned how to connect with customers and coworkers in a positive, helpful way. I'm also dependable, someone my team can count on to follow through and handle responsibilities without constant supervision. These skills have helped me create positive customer experiences and contribute to smooth team operations. As for weaknesses, I used to struggle with delegating tasks because I wanted to make sure everything was done perfectly. Over time, I learned that trusting others and communicating clearly actually leads to better results and a stronger team. I've been practicing asking for help when needed and supporting others as they take on tasks. This growth mindset has made me more effective overall. At Walmart, I'll continue building on my strengths while improving in areas that help me contribute even more to the team's success and deliver the best service possible. Question number 11. How would you handle a price discrepancy or price match request? When answering this question, show that you understand the importance of fairness, following company policies, and keeping customers satisfied. Interviewers want to see how you'd stay calm, verify information, and resolve the situation professionally. Emphasize clear communication and a willingness to help while following Walmart's procedures. End by showing that you turned the situation into a positive experience for the customer. If a customer pointed out a price discrepancy or requested a price match, I would stay calm, polite, and focused on finding a solution. First, I would double-check the price in the system or on the product signage to make sure there wasn't a mistake. If it turned out to be an error on our end, I would follow Walmart's policy to correct it quickly and apologize for the confusion. If the customer requested a price match, I would verify the competitor's price and ensure it met the company's guidelines before processing it. If it didn't qualify, I would explain the policy clearly and respectfully so the customer understands why. My goal would always be to make them feel heard and valued, even if I couldn't meet their exact request. By handling the situation calmly, accurately, and with empathy, I can maintain trust and help the customer leave with a positive impression of Walmart's service and commitment to fairness. Before we continue, I just want to take a moment to thank you for watching this video. You can download a copy of these interview questions and answers in PDF format by clicking on the link below and supporting my channel by making a minimum donation of $3. Your support allows me to keep creating valuable content to help you pass your interview and land your dream job. Thanks for your support and appreciation. Question number 12. How would you respond if a customer's card was declined? For this question, interviewers want to see empathy, professionalism, and discretion. Your goal is to make the customer feel respected and not embarrassed while still following company policies. Explain that you would communicate clearly and offer helpful solutions. End by showing that you aim to resolve the situation smoothly and maintain a positive customer experience. If a customer's card was declined, I would remain calm, polite, and discreet to avoid embarrassing them. I would let them know quietly and kindly that the payment didn't go through and then offer helpful next steps. For example, I might suggest trying the card again, using a different payment method, or checking with their bank if needed. The key is to stay respectful and understanding, because situations like this can be stressful for customers. If the issue couldn't be resolved immediately, I'd explain the options available according to Walmart's policies, such as holding the items aside while they sort things out. My focus would always be on maintaining a positive experience and showing patience. In my previous job, this approach often helped turn awkward situations into smooth ones, and customers appreciated the respectful communication. At Walmart, I would handle these moments the same way, calmly, kindly, and with a focus on helping the customer feel valued and supported. Question number 13. How do you handle long lines or a sudden rush of customers? Interviewers ask this question to evaluate how well you handle busy situations, something common in a Walmart store. They want to see that you can stay calm, organized, and customer-focused under pressure. Emphasize communication, efficiency, and teamwork. Share how you've handled a similar situation before and end with how you'd apply those skills at Walmart. When faced with long lines or a sudden rush of customers, my first priority is to stay calm, focused, and efficient. I know customers appreciate speed, but they also value accuracy and friendly service. So I aim to balance both. I start by moving quickly through transactions without rushing interactions, using clear communication to keep things smooth. I might also call for backup or notify a supervisor if additional help is needed. In a previous retail job, I often volunteered to open an extra register or step into a different role temporarily to help keep lines moving. I also made sure to reassure customers waiting by acknowledging the line and thanking them for their patience. These small actions helped reduce frustration and kept the experience positive. At Walmart, I would bring that same approach, staying composed, working efficiently, and supporting my team so that even during the busiest rushes, customers still feel valued and leave with a good impression. Question number 14. How would you handle a situation when you don't know the answer? This question tests your problem-solving skills and willingness to learn, both crucial at Walmart. Interviewers want to see that you won't guess or give incorrect information. Explain how you would handle it calmly, seek accurate information, and follow up with the customer. Show that you care about delivering helpful and correct solutions. If I didn't know the answer to a customer's question, I would stay calm, be honest, and focus on finding the right solution. I believe it's better to admit when I'm unsure than to risk giving incorrect information. I would let the customer know that I want to make sure I provide the most accurate answer, then either check the system, look up the information, or ask a more experienced team member or supervisor. For example, in a previous job, a customer asked about a product warranty I wasn't familiar with. I politely explained I wanted to double-check the details and quickly consulted with a colleague. Within minutes, I had the correct information and was able to answer confidently. The customer appreciated the effort and left satisfied. At Walmart, I would follow the same approach, staying honest, resourceful, and focused on solving the problem, because providing accurate, reliable service is always better than guessing or rushing through an answer. Question number 15. How do you resolve a conflict with a coworker? When interviewers ask this, they want to know if you can work well with others and handle conflicts professionally. Focus on communication, respect, and teamwork. Show that you listen, understand the other person's perspective, and work together to find a solution. End by sharing how resolving conflicts strengthens relationships and improves teamwork. If I had a conflict with a coworker, my priority would be to resolve it calmly and respectfully before it affects our work. I believe most disagreements can be solved through honest communication and understanding. I would start by speaking with them privately to discuss the issue and listen to their perspective without interrupting. Then I'd share my own point of view in a calm and constructive way, focusing on finding a solution rather than placing blame. In one situation, a coworker and I disagreed about how to organize a display. We talked it through, shared our reasoning, and combined our ideas to create something even better. That experience taught me that conflicts can actually improve teamwork when handled with maturity and respect. At Walmart, I would approach any disagreement the same way, by communicating clearly, staying solution-focused, and remembering that we're all working toward the same goal, supporting our team and providing excellent service to customers. Question number 16. How do you stay organized during your shift? Interviewers ask this question to learn how you manage your time, tasks, and responsibilities in a busy retail environment. Walmart values employees who can stay focused, handle multiple priorities, and keep things running smoothly. Focus on methods you use to stay organized, like planning ahead, using checklists, or staying aware of priorities. End by showing how this helps you deliver better service and support your team. Staying organized during my shift is really important to me because it helps everything run more smoothly and keeps customers happy. I like to start by reviewing my tasks for the day and prioritizing them based on urgency and importance. I often make mental or written checklists, which helps me stay on track and make sure nothing gets overlooked. I also stay flexible. If a situation changes or a customer needs immediate help, I adjust my plan without losing focus on my other tasks. In my previous job, I was often responsible for restocking shelves while also assisting customers. By breaking tasks into smaller steps and checking my progress throughout the shift, I was able to complete everything efficiently without sacrificing service. I also communicated regularly with my team so we could coordinate our efforts. At Walmart, I would bring the same approach, staying organized, adaptable, and proactive so I can work efficiently, support my coworkers, and help create a smooth shopping experience for every customer. Question number 17. How would you upsell or cross-sell relevant products? Interviewers ask this question to see if you understand how to increase sales while still focusing on customer needs. Emphasize that effective upselling is about listening, understanding what the customer wants, and recommending solutions that genuinely add value. Mention being polite and never pushy. End by showing that you focus on building trust and improving the customer's experience. Upselling and cross-selling, to me, is about understanding a customer's needs and offering helpful solutions, not just trying to make a sale. I start by listening carefully to what they're looking for and asking questions to clarify their preferences. Then I make recommendations that complement or enhance what they're already interested in. For example, if someone is buying a TV, I might mention compatible accessories like a soundbar or streaming device, explaining how it can improve their viewing experience. At my previous job, I often suggested related products that made customers' purchases more useful or convenient, and they appreciated the extra help. I always make sure my tone is helpful and informative, never pushy, so customers feel comfortable making their own choices. This approach not only boosts sales, but also builds trust and satisfaction. At Walmart, I would use the same strategy, listening first, offering helpful suggestions, and focusing on improving the overall shopping experience for every customer I help. Question number 18. Why should we hire you? This question is your chance to summarize your strengths and show how they match Walmart's needs. Focus on qualities like reliability, teamwork, communication, and customer service. Highlight any relevant experience and how it's prepared you for the job. End by expressing enthusiasm for the opportunity and a strong desire to contribute to Walmart's success. You should hire me because I bring the right combination of skills, attitude, and motivation to be a valuable member of your team. I'm dependable, hardworking, and genuinely enjoy helping people, qualities that are essential in a customer-focused environment like Walmart. Through previous retail experience and part-time jobs, I've developed strong communication skills, learned how to stay calm under pressure, and become comfortable working in fast-paced settings. I'm also a team player who's always ready to step in and support others to make sure the job gets done right. I take pride in delivering excellent service and going the extra mile to ensure customers leave satisfied. On top of that, I'm eager to keep learning and growing with the company. Walmart's commitment to customers, teamwork, and community is something I admire, and I'm excited about the chance to be part of that. I believe I can contribute positively from day one and help create great experiences for every shopper. Question number 19. Do you have reliable transportation? Interviewers ask this question to make sure you can arrive on time and meet scheduling needs. Keep your answer straightforward and confident. If applicable, mention your track record of reliability and punctuality. You can also highlight that you plan ahead to avoid transportation issues. This reassures them that attendance won't be a problem. Yes, I do have reliable transportation, and I take punctuality very seriously. I understand that being on time and dependable is essential in retail, where teamwork and scheduling are key to smooth operations. In my previous roles, I was consistently early or on time for every shift because I plan ahead and account for possible delays. I either drive myself or have a reliable backup plan in place, so I'm confident I can meet Walmart's scheduling expectations without issues. I also believe that showing up on time is about more than just being present. It's about being prepared, starting the day with the right attitude, and supporting my team from the moment I arrive. I want my coworkers and managers to know they can count on me. At Walmart, I would bring that same reliability and commitment to consistency every day, ensuring I'm ready to contribute and deliver great service to customers on time and without interruptions. Question number 20. What is your availability, including nights, weekends, and holidays? Walmart asks this question to assess if your schedule aligns with their business needs. Be honest about your availability, but show flexibility and willingness to work when needed. Emphasize reliability and commitment. If you have limitations, explain them briefly but positively, and express your readiness to support the team during peak times. I understand that retail requires flexibility, and I'm fully prepared to work a variety of shifts, including nights, weekends, and holidays if needed. I know these times are often the busiest and most important for serving customers, so I'm happy to help during them. In previous jobs, I worked a wide range of shifts and adjusted my schedule to meet the team's needs, even volunteering for extra hours when things got busy. I also plan ahead to make sure personal responsibilities don't interfere with my work schedule, which helps me stay consistent and reliable. I believe flexibility is a key part of being a strong team member, and I'm committed to supporting the store whenever I'm needed most. At Walmart, I'm excited about the opportunity to contribute during peak times, help the team succeed, and make sure customers have a great experience no matter when they shop. Question number 21. Are you comfortable working in different departments if needed? Interviewers ask this question to see if you're flexible and willing to step outside your main role when the store needs extra support. Walmart values team members who are adaptable and eager to learn new tasks. Emphasize your openness to cross-training, learning, and helping wherever needed. End by showing how this flexibility helps the team and improves the customer experience. Yes, I'm very comfortable working in different departments if needed. I understand that in a busy retail environment like Walmart, flexibility is important to keep everything running smoothly and to ensure customers receive the best experience possible. I actually enjoy learning new tasks because it helps me grow and makes me a more valuable team member. In a previous retail job, I was often asked to support other departments during peak times, like helping with cashier duties during rush hours or assisting in inventory when stock deliveries arrived. I learned to adapt quickly, follow new procedures, and communicate with team members across different areas. That experience taught me how interconnected store operations are and how teamwork across departments leads to better results. At Walmart, I would bring the same attitude, staying open to new challenges, learning quickly, and stepping in wherever I'm needed most to help the team succeed and ensure customers have a smooth, positive shopping experience every time they visit. Question number 22. Can you lift 50 pounds or perform the physical requirements of this role? This question is about confirming that you can safely handle the physical demands of the job. Be honest about your abilities and show confidence in performing physical tasks. If you've done similar work before, mention it. Also highlight your understanding of safety procedures, which is important to Walmart. Yes, I'm fully capable of lifting 50 pounds and handling the physical requirements of this role safely and efficiently. I understand that physical tasks like lifting, moving, and organizing inventory are part of many retail positions, and I'm prepared to perform them as needed. In previous jobs, I regularly lifted and transported heavy boxes during restocking, helped unload deliveries, and assisted with organizing backroom storage. I always make sure to use proper lifting techniques to avoid injury and follow all safety guidelines. I also understand the importance of pacing myself, taking precautions, and asking for help with heavier items when necessary. Physical work is something I'm comfortable with, and I actually enjoy staying active throughout the day. At Walmart, I'll approach these tasks with the same focus on safety, teamwork, and efficiency to help keep operations running smoothly and ensure products are stocked and ready for customers at all times. Question number 23. How do you ensure safety procedures are followed on the job? Walmart places high importance on safety, so interviewers want to hear how you approach it day to day. Show that you understand the importance of safety for both employees and customers. Talk about following protocols, staying aware of your surroundings, and reporting hazards promptly. End by emphasizing that safety is part of providing excellent service. Safety is something I take very seriously because it protects both employees and customers and ensures the store runs smoothly. I always start by learning and following company safety procedures closely, whether that's lifting properly, keeping aisles clear, using equipment correctly, or wearing the right protective gear. I also stay aware of my surroundings and try to spot potential hazards before they become problems. For example, in a previous retail job, I noticed a spill in a high-traffic area and immediately placed a caution sign, cleaned it up, and reported it to my supervisor. Taking quick action prevented anyone from slipping and getting hurt. I also believe communication is key. If I see something unsafe, I make sure to speak up and let my team know right away. At Walmart, I would bring that same proactive mindset, always following safety rules, staying alert, and addressing any issues quickly so everyone, customers and coworkers, can feel safe and confident in the store. Question number 24. How do you approach cash handling accuracy and register variances? This question helps interviewers assess your attention to detail, responsibility, and trustworthiness, all essential in handling money. Focus on double-checking your work, following procedures, and staying focused even during busy times. If you've handled cash before, share an example. Emphasize your commitment to accuracy and accountability. Cash handling accuracy is extremely important to me because it builds trust with both customers and the company. I always follow proper procedures, counting money carefully, double-checking amounts, and verifying totals before finalizing any transaction. I stay focused and avoid distractions, especially when handling payments, to reduce the chance of errors. In my previous retail job, I handled hundreds of transactions per shift and maintained an excellent accuracy record. If a variance occurred, I would immediately report it to my supervisor, review the transaction history, and help investigate the cause. I learned that catching small mistakes early and communicating honestly prevents bigger problems later. I also understand the importance of balancing speed with precision, especially during busy times, and I never rush through cash handling tasks. At Walmart, I would bring the same level of care, integrity, and responsibility to every transaction, ensuring customers receive accurate service and the store's records remain reliable and compliant. Here's the final question from part 1 of this interview series. Question number 25. What would you do if you suspected shoplifting based on company policy? This question tests your judgment and knowledge of proper procedures. Walmart wants to know you'll act responsibly without putting yourself or others at risk. Focus on observing carefully, not confronting directly, and following the company's reporting policies. Emphasize that safety and proper protocol come first. If I suspected someone of shoplifting, I would remain calm, avoid direct confrontation, and follow Walmart's policies exactly. I know that approaching a suspected shoplifter on my own can be risky and is not part of my responsibility. Instead, I would carefully observe the situation, take note of important details like their description and behavior, and immediately report it to a supervisor or the store's loss prevention team. In a previous retail job, I once noticed suspicious behavior and followed this same process. I reported what I saw, and trained staff handled the situation safely and professionally. That experience taught me how important it is to follow procedures and let the right people step in. At Walmart, I would always prioritize safety, follow company protocols, and trust the trained team to handle such incidents. My focus would remain on providing excellent service to customers while doing my part to keep the store secure and running smoothly. If you want to learn more on how to land jobs and reach your career goals, don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification button to get new videos every single week. Also, don't forget to hit that like button because that motivates me to keep doing what I do. Stay safe, keep smiling, and good luck.